In today's breaking news, we discuss promoting access to underserved populations. This segment highlights the potential for homelessness in teens aging out of the foster care system. For foster youth, the fear of becoming homeless is a looming threat. Economic instability, illness, or a significant emergency can bring any family or individual to the brink of homelessness. Lack of preparation, resources, guidance, and social support can make the transition to independent living daunting. Recent statistics show of 24,000 young adults transitioning out of foster care, 40% experience homelessness by the age of 26.
For young adults in the foster care system, aging out ranges from ages 18 to 25, with most states defining adulthood as beginning at age 18. For much of the population in this age range, this can be a sensitive time as they're making significant life decisions such as higher education, career choices, creating a family, employment, and purchasing their first home. Young adults transitioning out of the foster care system are managing several factors which can make this next phase appear unattainable. Factors that may interfere with youth's ability to access or complete higher education include being a parent, lack of support, health challenges, lack of financial stability, other resources, and lack of preparation for independent living.
Several federal policies are in effect to respond to increasing homelessness and foster youth rates. Guidelines focus on preparing for adulthood with training in employment, education, financial literacy, and other necessary areas. These policies can intensify confusion. Most young adults depend on parents to provide housing while receiving financial and emotional support. Relationships with strained caregivers and foster youth create vulnerability and safety nets required to protect adolescents, leading to dire consequences and increasing the chance of delinquency in responsibility, such as failure to pay rent, utilities, and overspending budgets. The combination of lack of emotional support, unreliable family connections, and disruption of services at 18 can further increase the risk of homelessness in youths transitioning out of the foster care. Independent Living Program of 1986, which provides state funding for adolescents in foster care 16 and older to prepare for the transition to adulthood. Even with policy emphasis on adulthood preparation, in a study conducted nationally of adolescents in foster care, only half received IOP services and fewer housing services for youth were available in certain areas.
There are other federal laws in place that impact foster children directly, some of which help extend foster funding to the states to improve the long-term outcomes of these individuals. These include the John H. Chaffee Foster Care Independence Act of 1999, the Chaffee Education Training Voucher, the Foster Transitions to Success and Increasing Adoptions Act of 2008, and the Family First Prevention Services Act of 2018.
Aging out of the foster care system can be a scary situation due to worries over finances, educational goals, higher learning, and living situations. Although the extended foster care system is funded by federal programs and remains in place, they are underutilized, and young adults are being emancipated before getting the social and life skills needed to improve their success rate related to college or leading productive lives. Not all states have adopted federal programs, so youths are not provided with the proper care to prepare for such a drastic change. Oklahoma and Puerto Rico are two places where young adults age out at 18 years old with no further assistance. Although the extended foster care system is funded by federal programs and remains in place, they are still underutilized.
Congress has grants that can be applied for through their states for housing assistance, education, and training. These programs are for those that are still currently in the system, but do not assist those that have already aged out. During the pandemic, the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021 provided cash grants for those that were aging out of the system. Medicaid is provided for all former foster youth until the age of 26 and is protected by the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act of 2014, which assists with the loss of health care when the youth age.
The state deems the age at which youth are no longer eligible to remain in foster care. Every year, approximately 26,500 youth are no longer eligible for services. 40% are white, 31% are African American, 20% are Hispanic, and 10% are other.
Occupational therapists can be crucial in successful transition into adulthood from foster care. Within this policy, the occupational therapist will use the person-environment-occupation performance model to address relationships with personal factors, environmental factors, and occupations. The policy we will create will include initial education opportunities beginning at age 17, guidance resources, and continued support and follow-through.
Occupational performance contributes to an individual's identity, roles, tasks, and actions, emphasizing the performance of meaningful activities, tasks, and roles through interactive interactions between a person and their environment for overall well-being. Interventions will focus on dynamic relationships and their effects on occupational performance. This policy will be the structural change lacking in existing programs that do not report performance or participation as outcomes.
This policy will include intervention categories such as establish, adapt, alter, prevent, create, educate, and advocate with services outlined that are not currently provided in existing programs and addressed by occupational therapists. Specific client factors will be addressed for improved performance, including independent living skills, social skills, emotional regulation, assessments, interventions, and environmental modifications.
In addition, skills in performance, such as executive function and social interaction, address goal setting and planning to help improve future performance and independence in sustainable social capital, permanent support, and post-secondary access.
Employment programs targeting barriers and individual challenges will target employability skills, self-advocacy, emotional regulation, conflict resolution, and interpersonal skills required for collaborative work, instrumental activities of daily living, and life skills training are necessary to assess and increase skills for successful independent living. Finally, addressing activity patterns and establishing roles and routines would improve performance in all three areas of transition, particularly instrumental activities of daily living. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.